Hello friends, welcome to the Messianic channel Por Des Roots, and today we're going to answer one good question that was asked by a sister recently. And the question was it wrong for the king Hezekiah to ask for healing? We all know the story that the king gets severely ill and he pleads with God for healing, and God extends in his mercy Hezekiah's life for another 15 years that ultimately turned out to be the worst years of his life, worse than the life that he lived prior to getting sick. Well, let's answer directly to this question, and then we're going to expound on the answer a little bit. So, was it wrong for the king to ask for the healing? And in my opinion, absolutely not. The reason is very simple. If we put ourselves in his situation and we find ourselves being sick, it will be a natural desire for everyone to ask for a healing. God created us in such a way that we long for eternity. We long to continue to live. So it is absolutely natural for anyone, and it's absolutely not wrong to ask for healing. In his case, it's not an exception. Some believers even have faith when someone dies next to them, either their close relative, their loved ones. They have faith to pray even for resurrection. Well, why do we raise up this question? Is because we see the life of the king after he asked for the healing and after God healed him. But in reality, what comes afterwards doesn't really show if the act of prayer for healing was right or wrong. As in reality, we don't know the future with you, but rather it shows our further attitude after God bestowed His mercy upon us. It shows whether we're going to continue to be faithful and will continue to be thankful and appreciative to God for what He's done. And so the wrong is actually what comes afterwards. It's the attitude of not properly using the chance that God gives. Because if God answered the prayer, because not everyone actually gets healed when he asks God for a healing. Some people do. It's up to God. He has his own reasons why he gives or extends life to someone, and to someone else he doesn't answer the prayers. He takes them back home. Only God knows why. But if God did extend person's life, that means he still needs to be on this earth, and God is given another chance for something to be fulfilled. If we remember Yeshua healing different people, in numerous cases we read, he tells them after the healing, go and sin no more. And perhaps there were people that would sin afterwards and not return to Yeshua. Just like, for example, the lepers, 10 lepers, only one returned and gave thanks to the Lord. The other 9 went their way. They received the healing and they went their way. We don't know what happened with them afterwards. Maybe something bad happened with them. But it was absolutely not wrong for them to ask for a healing. The problem is that they didn't use, or they didn't really look at this act of mercy that Yeshua had upon them as a chance to change their life, as a gift that God gave them in order to change the direction of life and use their life for God's glory. When Yeshua heals a demon-possessed person, for example, and he gives us a little teaching about someone being delivered from demons, Okay, he's talking about a non-believer, not about a believer. It's a separate subject. Whether a believer can be possessed by demons or not, maybe we can talk about it sometimes. But in that case, he's talking about someone who's a non-believer, delivered from demons. And then he says, if this house, he's comparing our bodies to a house, if the house that is being emptied, being cleaned, is not going to be filled with the good things, meaning with God, then the demon is going to come back, look in a house, he will see that it's empty, he's going to bring another 7 more with him, and the next will be the worst to that person than what was with him before he was delivered from those demons. So, in the first place, it is absolutely a good desire to ask for a complete deliverance, for example. But if the person doesn't really use the chance that God gives him, then what happens is the last will be worse. And that doesn't mean that it was wrong to ask for a healing. It just shows that people missed out this chance. They didn't really use their chance. And therefore, as a consequence, just like with King Hezekiah and all of those people that Yeshua healed, but they didn't really turn to follow after him, at the end, they had worse results than in the beginning before Yeshua came and healed them, or the Lord touched their lives and healed them. So may the Lord bless us to really use the chance that God gives us, whether it's in an extension of our lives, when we receive a healing, or in any other area of our lives. We always have to remember that when God gives us a chance, there is more responsibility now, and we should remain faithful to the things that God has entrusted to us, especially if it has to do with life and the years of life. If it is extended, that means He wants us to use these years as a few talents and to invest them for His kingdom. Only then we can really say that I properly used the chance that God has given me. But it is absolutely natural and good to ask for healing. The only thing is, again, friends, we need to know why we're asking for God to extend our lives. What are we going to use it for? If it's for Him, that's going to be the best years of our lives, perhaps. But if we just want to use it for ourselves, just to live this little life a little longer, and we're not having a heavenly perspective, friends, the years that God might extend for you can turn out to be the worst years of your life. So let's be wise and let's be thankful to the things and to the mercy of God that are shown to us at a particular time as the answer to our prayers. May the Lord bless you, and we'll see you in the next video. God bless.